Oh yeah, we're in Newport Beach. Um, I've probably been living in Newport now like 20 years. It's been a long time. So we got like the Wedge. We got in the wintertime we got Blackies, which is fun for like longboarding. Out front is the river jetties and goes into the jetties. So there's always kind of like punchy beach breaks everywhere that you could surf. I think that's why I like living here. There's always some kind of wave you could ride. Here's the room. Here's my room. It's really small, like studio style. Um, it's super simple, just bed, and I actually have my own shower and bathroom in the back, which I'm stoked on. And then right here is where I do all my editing. If editors saw this, they're probably gonna laugh, but yeah, I almost still just like look at the clip. This is number 26. I like that one. So then I go on to the next clip. This one isn't gonna make it. So yeah, that's like the first part of editing, because it kind of gives me a couple of times like looking at, or to refresh when I look over everything, that I make sure that I have everything that I wanted to make it into the final edit and stuff. But yeah, this is super simple. Yeah, here's my fridge. Lots of old. I got some fun. This one's expired. 2007 expired film. I love picking up at camera shows like old expired film and then getting some fun effects out of it, you know. I think it was about 1996 when I first started to shoot photos. I'd always just bring the little point and shoot, my little Olympus stylus that I had, and I would just shoot whenever I'd travel. And then eventually, kind of as things progressed, I was just like, all right, you know, I'm ready to step up, you know, to like a kind of a SLR camera. So I remember I bought an SLR camera off of a guy that lived down the street for like $15. It was also an Olympus. And then yeah, just started taking portraits of my friends, and then eventually I kind of figured out like, whoa, this is probably what I want to do. I got serious about photography and was, you know, built a studio inside of my house, and I was pretty busy. I was shooting like products, and I was shooting lines for clients and stuff, and doing everything, you know, like just the normal photography, like working photographer grind. Eventually, after a couple years, I kind of I started to realize I ran across like some Super 8 film that I'd seen in a short, and I knew, I was like, whoa, you know, this is pretty interesting, because it was you know, the same concept as a camera. You had to know how to expose the film correctly, and then I kind of got into that, and then the back half of my like art, my photo education, I switched over to film, and I started becoming more interested in film because I felt like it was kind of more real. Like it was motion. It wasn't like creating or setting up like these scenes. I felt like after I was doing photos for like 10 years, and I was doing like, you know, semi big jobs and big photo shoots, and there was like makeup people, and there was like, you know, art directors and photo assistants, and you know, I'd be doing a shoot and there's like 30 people behind you, like looking over your shoulder like, whoa, you know, oh my God. And then, wait, let me fix the hair. And I realized it was like, whoa, this isn't what I want to do. Yeah, I just started shooting film, Super 8 of a couple surfers from around here that were, you know, good. And then, yeah, I was just, and then for the next, you know, it's been 7 or 8 years now that I've been shooting film and making video. The next film has a secret name. It's going to be pretty much very similar to my last film. It might even it'll be the same feel, the same. I felt that my last film, The Zone, which was released last year in 2016, kind of had like the feel that I want for a film and the surfing that I liked. I think that if you enjoyed the last film that I'd made, The Zone, then you're gonna probably, you know, be attracted to this film as well. I'm stoked that I did it because I think that making films for me is a lot more satisfying than doing like a still image. You know, it's fun making like a feature film that, you know, hopefully will be cataloged and like, you know, later, you know, 20 years down the line, people can like reference, you know, some of the films and be like, whoa, this was this time period. And that's what I hope to do with my films. It's kind of like, I don't almost make the films for like right now. Like I want my films to be something that is looked back upon, you know, like 20, 30 years down the road, or, you know, like when you pop in Innermost Limits or Hot Generation for the guys that are like referencing the surfing back then, something along those lines. That's what I hope. It's like, I hope that my films last longer than I'm here, and that's kind of, I feel like my main goal in making films.